Good morning, it's Miss Sauer. Today is June 1st, 2020. We're going to move into Unit 13. Unit 13, I think you'll find to be a little bit easier than the last unit we covered. Okay, you know what to do with this page. Either go through the whole alphabet chant or point to some word cards and give me the sound. Pause the video now to warm up. Now let's get flexible with our vowels. Repeat after me. A, A. E, E. I. O, O. U, U. So what you learned last week was the cutting pattern V, C, C, V. Remember that V stands for vowel, so A, E, I, O, U, and C stands for consonants in this case. So let's just review how we mark a word like admire. First, find your vowels. Is A a vowel? Let's mark it. How about D? How about M? Is I a vowel? Yes, and that's where we can stop because we have the two vowels we need for V, C, C, V. Now look between your vowels. Do you see two consonants? Yes, you should see D and M. So let's label them with C for consonant. Now remember, swoop your vowels together. Now here's what I told my class during a Zoom session. The consonants, think of them as the kids in your class that can't sit together because they are just the best of friends. We can't get them to stop talking. They have so much fun together. So during school time, we have to separate them. We have to cut right between them and keep them apart so that they can focus. Same is true for the consonants in VCCV. Cut right through them. Just like that. Now we need to code each side or each syllable. The first syllable is add. Look at your vowel, A. A is making the sound A, which is short. It's also closed in by the letter D. This gets a brev because it's a closed syllable. Now look at your second syllable, mire. M-I-er. I don't hear that letter E at the end, but I notice that E is making I long because I is saying its name. So this side, mark with a macron and cross off the E, it's a magic E syllable. Good review. Let's go on to something new. Okay, look at this word list here. These are all words that you know how to read. Pause the video and figure out what do all of these words have in common. What is the same about every single word on this list? Words are wigs, clocks, trips, steps, caps, pens. Is it the beginning of the word or the end of the word that is the same? You should have said the end of the word. Each one of these words has a suffix S. And the suffix S could mean plural, more than one. It could mean that something's happening now. Remember, we circle the suffix S, underline the base word. In words like cats and jumps. Now, I want you to listen really carefully to this list. It's going to introduce your new concept today. Listen to these words and tell me the sound you hear at the end that's the same. Wishes, waxes, punches. Again, that was wishes, waxes, punches. What is the sound you hear that is the same? You should have said is. Wish is. Wax is. Punch is. Now here's the thing about that sound is. It's a suffix, but it is not spelled the way that it sounds. It's spelled ES. If we pronounce that the way it looks, we would say S. However, this suffix says is. We use the suffix is to make a word plural, just like the suffix s, but certain words based on their ending need es instead. Any word that ends in ch, sh, s, x, or z, but the easiest way to remember when to use is just by how it sounds. If you're spelling a word like lunches and you hear is at the end, now you'll know it's spelled es. So take a second, just with your finger on like a hard surface, you want to make es with your fingers while your mouth says is 3 times like this. Is. You try it. And now stop yourself to get a pencil, marker, dry erase board, something like that, and do the same thing, but this time write it 3 times. Is. And we are moving on. Remember, is a suffix spelled es, and it means more than one. Here's a list of words all ending in the suffix is. Let's remind you how to mark these. Circle the suffix is, underline the base word. 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 Now this is not your job yet, but go ahead and pause the video and read through both word lists. These words were foxes, taxes, classes, inches, munches, fishes, brushes, quizzes. Okay, I'm going to read you some words, and I would like for you to decide whether it's using the suffix s or the new suffix we learned, es. Remember the suffix s here, that could sound like s or z. And then the suffix es always sounds like the word is. It's very, very tricky. Okay, first word, you decide where it goes. Launches. Launches goes with es. Tracks. Suffix s. Crutches. es. Banks. s. Wags. Suffix s. Taxes. Suffix es. Buzzes. Suffix es. They have very different sounds. All right, here is your job for today. If you are part of a Seesaw classroom, then you're going to head to Seesaw and these words will be waiting for you. Your job today on Seesaw will be to circle the suffix es, underline the base word. If you want to mark the additional things you notice, you may do that. For example, we have a closed syllable e, bonus letter s. But the only thing you're truly required to do is circle the suffix es, underline the base word. Then you will record yourself reading this list. You are not part of a Seesaw classroom. Copy this list down on a piece of paper, circle the suffix, underline the base word, practice reading. That's it for today. Hope you found it easy. See you tomorrow.